Welcome to the Buggas Condoms experience, the last resort for when you really shouldn't. Subscribe for more bad ideas.
Vitals are crashing! Push 1 cc of adrenaline. No response. Scalpel now. Clear. Stand back.
All right, team, let's get this right. You got it, boss. Building it right. Building Buggas!
Yo, folk, come get this crispy chicken at Popeyes in the 44th slums, folk. We got the real deal, you heard?
Welcome to tonight's game. It promises to be a good one between the Boston College Eagles and the Florida State Seminoles. And here's a look at our Star Watch comparison. And, of course, here's our starting lineup.
Hey, the starting five, just like a chain.
Dick, let's talk a little bit as they go into what looks like the flex, and they like to use this.
Well, the flex offense can be very effective, especially that first screen coming off the weak side. Running that screener, you get the screener and then the cutter, and they're usually very difficult to stop.
Missed it. McCray handles the pass. Both teams are looking to get something going here. Feed the low post in the lane. The missed shot. The shooting guard with the ball.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Goes up for two. It's good. Nice to have you along with us tonight. Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews alongside. I'm Brad Nessler. We got a good one going. He tries the jumper. Gets the J to fall. On the right side for two and come up short. Out on the wing. He goes for three and score it. McCray picks up the foul. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits the foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
Here's another solid junior, Dick.
You know, Brad, you look at your juniors as third-year players who have been there. Nothing should be new to them by the time they're in their third season. They should know what's expected from them in the classroom, and they should know what to expect from their conference opponents. The level of familiarity should be much higher than what it was in their first year.
Two at the charity stripe. They might have him in some trouble here, Dick.
He's trapped, Brad.
The students are all fired up and ready to do whatever's necessary to help their team win.
They're rocking right now. My goodness.
The Seminoles running their zone offense here, Dick.
Well, the key to zone motion offense is you got to get good ball movement. If you get good ball movement to get the zone to really slide and use the skip pass to make it tough for that zone to adjust.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. With the J. He misses the J. McCray receives the pass. And they go into their motion offense, working with 4 around 1 here.
Well, the 4 around 1 motion offense is a good offense when the team has a big guy who can play with his back toward the basket. And another big who can play on the perimeter. A lot of teams will play this offense.
We've got a timeout. More ESPN coverage of the NCAA coming up right after this. And we're back. Dick Vitale and Brad Nessler with you here, ready for the inbound after that timeout. He shoots from the deep corner. How about that drive to the hoop, Dick?
When you drive with conviction, good things happen. Sometimes it's the basket, sometimes you get fouled.
Nice pat, and has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
Dick, let's talk a little bit as they go into what looks like the flex, and they like to use this.
Well, the flex offense can be very effective.
Blocked. Fast break possibility coming. Gave it up. Tries for two. Great shot. This is the type of guy that can throw the whole kitchen sink at you if you're not careful.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad. This guy's a talent. He can face you up, play back to the basket. He's a good rebounder and a solid defender. Pressure that basketball, help one another, communicate.
Bust the J. And we're at the 8-minute mark. Hastings handles the pass. He puts up the J. Jumper won't go. Looking for a good shot. Goes up with it. Nails the J. And receives the pass.
Excellent jump shot right there.
On the dribble, gives it up. Lets it fly. Missed the jumper. 7 minutes left on the game clock. There was no doubt about that one. Got it down the low block.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
The power forward takes the pass. Now trying to feed the low block.
He didn't have the good angle. They should have got it to him about a second earlier.
For the bucket. He hits it. Good job defensively. They just won't get many openings.
Pressure in the basketball.
Knocks it down. Number 54 takes the feed. Nails a sweet jumper. Gave it up. Now the turnaround jumper.
I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
Working around the perimeter. Takes his jumper. Nails the jumper. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
He shows the sweet touch. Puts up the jumper. Knocked it down. Had a momentary look from three-point land. And score it. On the dribble, gives it up.
Double team now, bad angle.
He puts up the tray, and he missed. Number 25 is charged with the foul. Well, he commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy basket.
At the free throw line. Opportunity. He gets it to go. Second one is no good. On the right side. He shoots. Scores it. Number 44 gets the ball. With a fadeaway jumper. Look at that follow through.
I tell you, he's got every move in the book. What an offensive player. That fadeaway's impossible to block. Look at that spacing.
Goes up with a shot. Scorches the net with a J. 4 minutes left on the game clock. He lets it go. The missed shot. Gave it up.
Block shot usually creates momentum and opportunities.
He doesn't get the hoop to fall. Goes up for two. No good from the field. On the right side. Trying to feed the low block for two. He's money with the shot. Looking for a good shot. About 3 minutes remaining.
Turnover by the senior.
Got it down to the low block. Tries for two. Off the mark. Way out on top. Controlling the ball.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
They're working around the arc. And now the fadeaway jumper. Off the mark. There's the rejection. And his shot rejected. Pushes it up. And back they come the other way. Takes the pass in the paint for the bucket. That was nice. On the dribble, gives it up. He launches a three. Plus the jumper. The chanting continues.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court advantage?
I'll tell you, nothing like having those legs, man, where you bounce right off the floor.
On the outside. Goes up for two. He drains the bucket. Puts up the J. He seems determined to take the tough shot.
But they're not falling, and the offense is being totally taken out of sync.
The man asking for a screen here.
Hey, whether it ends up in a roll or fade, it's well-executed two-man game. It's always a treat to watch.
The point guard takes the pass. For two. The shot won't fall. Tries for two. He gets it to go. That was a great delivery on the back cut.
Brad, those are the type of reads you look for in practice.
Number 44 handles the pass.
They strip him in a basketball. Got a little too fancy. Too much mustard there, baby.
With the jumper. Can't connect. Number 5 receives the ball. Gave it up. He shoots from the corner. Gets the J to fall. Pull-up jumper from way out. No. At halftime, the Seminoles are up by 10. Florida State went wild from behind the arc in the first half, Dick.
You're right, Brad. They sure did, especially when there's hardly any defense to challenge them.
Well, let's take a look at our game summary to this point so far, Dick.
Tell you what, you can get a sense of the story of this game by looking at some of these numbers. Still lots of time to play, though. Anything can happen.
Looks like they're going to go with a full-court man-to-man press, Dick. They work the perimeter. Jumper won't go. The shooting guard with the ball. He goes up with it. Gets the J to fall. The Seminoles are getting some great opportunities to score when they get the ball in the high post.
You know, it's a good offense when you can position a player at the high post and then have the ball delivered to a scoring threat.
Bust the J. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc looking for the open jumper. He shoots the jumper. Missed it on the left side.
Up and inside.
Goes up. Scores it. Got it in the low block. He pulls up with a jumper. Off the mark. On the dribble, gives it up. There's a double team waiting there. Swatted away. That one finds its way out of bounds, but we'll keep it right here. The inbound play will come from the baseline. He tries the jumper and score it. This could be a potential blowout, Dick, if they don't cool off.
Hey, this could turn into a major league blowout if they're not careful.
Goes up for two. Off the glass and no good. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block. Number 25, as that layup will count for two, plus the harm.
Hey, he sized the defender up and protected the ball going in for the layup. Boy, was that beautiful.
Step to the line for the free throw. There's a reason they're called free throws. Gave it up. And now getting set up in the flex here, Dick.
I'll tell you one thing about the flex. If you have some good cutters who read the defense, the key is reading the defense to get high percentage offensive efficiency.
He shoots from the deep corner. I wonder if he's ever going to get any help from his teammates, Dick. He's doing it all and then some.
He's doing it all right now for this team. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep this up.
Number 5 looks to be down emotionally.
Someone may have to talk to him. He needs to get back on track.
On the dribble, gives it up. He puts up the J. He misses the jumper. Scorches the net. Now they work it around the perimeter from three-point range. Knocks it down. They're working around the perimeter. For the bucket. He can't get the bucket to fall. Pushes it up. Out of bounds and a change in possession. Let's take a second look at this three. Staying right here. So inbound on the baseline. Out of bounds, and we're not going anywhere. The offense sets up from the sideline. Moving it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Buried it. Offensively, they get into their zone motion. Number 54 with the ball. Number 25 is whistled for the foul. Third personal foul. Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
Steps to the line for the freebie. First shot, good. Man might be in a little bit of trouble here, Dick. I think they're trying to make a statement. The Seminoles have been making it happen with a number of different players, Dick.
You know, as a coach, it's great to get all 5 guys on the floor working together. That's how you get wins. It takes the pressure off of your stars and gives the opposition fits.
The Seminoles set up in their zone motion. Nice pass to the low block. He pulls the trigger. The Seminoles have got to continue to get him the ball.
They need to keep feeding him the ball. It's simple.
He attempts the jump shot and come up short. Here they go in transition. And now getting set up here in a 4-round one.
I love the 4-round one, especially when you got a big guy who can pass the ball exceptionally well as score. Now you got to give help on him, and it leaves people open on the perimeter, and they better be able to make that open jump shot. Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
We're at the 7-minute mark.
Trying to go inside.
With the J. Off the mark. On the left side. He shoots from the corner. They really seem to be letting this one get away, Dick.
Yeah, there's been a breakdown somewhere. They need to talk this one over, Brad.
Timeout on the floor. ESPN's coverage of the NCAA will continue after this. I get a feeling they've changed things up a little bit, Dick.
We'll see what they come up with, Brad.
He hammers it home.
You can almost see that coming. They were a little bit lazy on the defensive end. Mr. Excitement with that jam.
Looks like they're setting up into their zone motion. Working it around the perimeter. He goes up with it. Nope. Gave it up. And they're in their motion offense, working with the flex.
Well, the flex motion offense is a great way to generate some movement. At times, it's a bit predictable, but good teams should be able to counter when defenses try to cheat.
Takes the jumper. Nails the J. About 6 minutes remaining in the game clock. He shoots from the corner. He's clearly forcing things right now, Dick.
He's taking his team out of the game.
He attempts the trifecta. The Seminoles have found a player who cannot seem to miss, Dick.
Daddy's on fire.
How can you not love this game and the hoopla and fanfare that goes along with it?
This place is rocking and rolling, baby.
Now on the run, number 54 with the foul. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots.
Well, Dick, this young man's now in his second year.
Brad, he's got that first year of experience under his belt. So this season, his team is going to be looking for him a lot more. He converts on that free throw line, and that's major.
He may be in some trouble here. On the right side. On the outside. From downtown. Can't connect. About 5 minutes remaining in the game clock. On the dribble, gives it up. He goes up with a jumper. Nails the jumper. And we've got a pause in the action. More NCAA basketball coverage coming up right after this. The players got a much-needed breather with that timeout. Zone offense now. He tries to knock down the three. Missed the jumper. With a fadeaway jumper. Look at that follow-through. Missed it. And receives the pass. Nick, let's talk a little bit as they go into what looks like the flex, and they like to use this.
Well, the flex offense can be very effective, especially that first screen coming off the weak side. Running that screener, you get the screener and then the cutter, and they're usually very difficult to stop.
They're having a real tough time hitting from the floor.
You know what the problem is, Brad? They aren't shooting the ball with confidence. They're just throwing it up there, hoping and praying that it goes in. And that's not going to get it done.
For two. It almost looks like they got a lid on the goal, Dick. Nothing is falling for them.
Hey, when you get in a funk like this, you've got to get a few gimmies, some layups, something that's going to get your rhythm back and give you the confidence to shoot from the perimeter.
From three-point territory, plus the jumper. Gave it up. Just look at the number of looks from three. Obviously a difference maker so far in this game.
Hey, man, oh, man, they've got the three ball dropping. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Watch for things to open up inside now that they've put fire from the outside.
We're at the 3-minute mark. Out on the wing. Fans will be celebrating tonight, Dick. This one's out of reach.
Well, it's simple. They came out, executed a game plan, and ended up on top.
Number 54 gets the pass. Tries for two. And once again, our two featured players here in tonight's Star Watch. Gives it up. Looks at the three. Jumper won't go. They've got a player spotting up on the three. He takes the shot. And off the mark. Here's a double team. Way out on the right wing. We're at the 2-minute mark. Hastings picks up the foul. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits a foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
He goes to the line for the first time. He buries it. He doesn't miss that opportunity either. A great trap initiated by the defense.
Turnover committed by the senior.
Gave it up. Three. They're on fire, Dick, from behind the arc.
I'd like to see how long they can keep this up.
He shoots from the top of the circle. Nails a sweet jumper. Now on the run. Number 25 is charged with the foul. Third team foul. Hello, folks. Welcome to tonight's game. This one's going to be good between the Michigan Wolverines and the Indiana Hoosiers. And, of course, we look here at our Star Watch. There's a look, Dick, at the starting lineups.
Hey, the starting five, just like a chain. It's only as strong as its weakest link. Let's see how this group plays together, Brad.
We got the potential for fireworks here today as two of the top teams in the country are getting ready to get things going.
I think it's going to be a tough game. You have two teams that leave it on the floor and can get after it. Both coaches do a good job preparing their teams. It's now up to the players to go out there and execute. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
For the bucket. Makes the shot.
That's a breakdown. That'll drive a coach bananas. Help you to lose your hair.
Both teams are looking to get something going here. On the dribble, gives it up. From the corner, perfectly executed.
Number 23.
Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
He attempts the jump shot. Busts the J. Our three-prong attack tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brad Nessler with Dick Vitale and our friend EA Aaron Andrews checking in from the sideline. Trying to feed the low block. Jumper. They got it. Goes up. Off the mark.
Look at that spacing.
Tries for two. In the lane. And score it. Dick, that defense looks tired.
Hey, that's no excuse. They've got to dig down deep and get the job done.
Looking for a good shot. Now the turnaround jumper.
I'll tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
Feed the low post, puts it on the floor and up and under. Nope. The point guard takes the feed. They look to get it to the inside. Nice rejection.
I love that block shot, Brad. Really gives you a lot of momentum.
Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Goes up for two. Makes it.
Silly mistake. Trying to go inside.
Johnson picks up the foul. The layup counts and the foul.
He went hard to the hoop, knowing he was going to get fouled.
Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
Here's another solid junior.
You know, by the time you're a junior, you know what your coach expects from you. It's a matter of bringing it every day.
He hits it. A great trap initiated by the defense. They keep him under wraps.
Hey, Trap's giving that kid some fits.
They've got him right where they want him, Dick. Working it around the perimeter. Looks at the three and come up short.
Shooter spotting up on a three.
The Wolverines looking to attack in transition. For the bucket. Goes in.
Number 3, 42.
8 minutes left in the game clock.
Number 133.
And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
Nails a sweet jumper. We'll be able to use their tempo and come out with a win here, Dick.
Well, it all comes down to execution. If you can put points on the board playing your style, your opponent will have to make adjustments that may affect their tempo and what they will do well.
Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper and the slam.
Number 133. 4-2.
Here comes the ball screen. Tries for two. He can't get the bucket to fall. Drains it. About 7 minutes remaining. Cross court. Goes up with a shot. There's a tough shot and one.
He wanted that one, baby. He says you gotta foul me harder than that.
Both teams keeping it close. Both teams ranked in the top 25, playing some really good basketball, as expected, Dick.
You know, they both came out of the gates on a high level, and their play speaks for itself. Two really well-coached teams, and as you can see, the attention to the polls is well-deserved.
For two. Gets it to fall. Cross court. From way outside. Missed the jumper. Both teams looking to get things going here. He blocks the shot. They get it to go. About 6 minutes remaining on the game clock. Gave it up. For the bucket. He hits the shot. He went by him with ease, Dick.
I think I saw him look back after he blew by him.
On the outside. Goes up with it. It'd be nice if he could get some assistance out there. That young man is doing it all for his team right now.
Hey, if it wasn't for his play, they'd be in big trouble, Brad. Someone else needs to step up.
Inside. Puts up the jumper. Nails the J. He's going to see this guy in his sleep tonight, Dick.
He's already living a nightmare, Brad.
On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for two. You betcha.
Number 133. 4-2.
About 5 minutes remaining.
Number 3.
He shoots from the top of the key.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Inside. Makes the block.
Up and inside.
Puts up the J. Knocked it down.
Coach looks on. Focused. A lot of intensity. A lot of emotion.
Cross court. He shoots the jumper. The missed shot. About 4 minutes remaining. He goes up with it. Nails the jumper. There's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
Two teams who are picking and choosing when they want to push the ball, Brad.
Gave it up. From the corner. Doesn't go. Number 12 receives the pass.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. There's a nice block from behind, Dick.
Yeah, that's good timing for the defense. The transition results with a basket.
Number 133, 42.
About 3 minutes remaining on the game clock. Bailey handles the pass, trying to pack it inside. He tries the jumper, busts the jumper. Cross court, from left of the circle, off the mark. They'll work it around the arc for 3. Do they need a timeout here?
Yeah, their poise is beginning to fade.
Cross court. He puts up the J. They got it. The Wolverines did a great job of going through the high post on that play.
You know, whether you're attacking the zone or man-to-man, getting the ball into the high post puts pressure on the defense.
With the jumper, scorches the net with a J. They work the perimeter. He shoots from the corner. Can't connect. Wilkerson receives the pass. For 2. No good. That one's blocked from behind.
Great rotation by the D. I love it.
You know, Dick, this guy's really elevated his game today.
He's been playing like he has one thing on his mind, winning. He's been doing whatever it takes to get baskets and stops. We'll have to wait and see if that translates into a win here today.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up. Nope. He gets the rebound. 1 minute left on the game clock. Trying to feed inside. He pulls up with a jumper. Missed the jumper. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block.
Excellent jump shot right there.
Number 11, 42. Number 3.
Looking for a good shot. There's the rejection. Moving it around the perimeter. He wants a 3. Jumper won't go. Goes for the deep one. The shot won't fall. At the half, the Hoosiers are ahead by 8. Indiana is showing tremendous accuracy from the floor in the first half, partner.
They're so well coached, man. Working the ball around for a high percentage shot. That's a lot of maturity, man. They really are a mature basketball team.
15 is put back in the game.
Hey, this team easily comes apart without him out there, Brad.
Going with a man-to-man full-court press now, Dick. That's one of the best parts of college basketball, the student section. They're fired up and they're ready to try to help their team.
They want to win just as bad as anyone else in the building.
Nails the J. Both teams looking to get things going here. Goes up for two. Off the glass and no good. Trying to pack it inside. Ball down low. Puts it on the floor. To around a fadeaway. Looking to move it around the perimeter. For the bucket. No good. He tries the three. He seems determined to take the tough shot.
But they're not falling, and the offense is being totally taken out of sync.
He shoots from downtown. Missed it. And a slam.
Hey, look out below, baby. Oh, my.
Cross court. Jumper. Scores it. Gave it up. He looks for three. Off the mark. On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for two. He's money with a shot. On the outside. Outside jumper. Knocks it down. Cross court. He throws it up from down. He got the three plus the foul, Dick.
Great job of keeping his eye on the basket despite the harm, Brad.
Well, it commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy basket.
At the line.
Nothing but nylon, NBN.
Had a momentary look from three-point land. Off the mark. Number 23 handles the feed. Cross court. There's a slam.
Great execution. That's offensive efficiency at its best.
Gave it up. He attempts the jump shot. He's taking a lot of bad shots out there, Dick.
I know he's trying to catch fire, Brad, but it's just not there.
The kick out. He hammers it home.
You can almost see that coming. They were a little bit lazy on the defensive end. Mr. Excitement with that jam.
Out on the right wing. The fadeaway jumper. Look at that follow through.
You talk about versatility. There aren't many guys that will make that fadeaway jump shot. Late touch, impossible to block that shot.
Can't connect. That's why I love this game, Dick, for that reason alone.
Listen to that roar. It's unbelievable.
Fed the low block for two. I wonder if he's ever going to get any help from his teammates, Dick. He's doing it all and then some.
He's getting it done out there, Brad. They'll be in trouble without him.
Cross court. Jumper. The missed shot. The small forward with the ball.
Oh, right there. They missed him inside. You got to get the ball when the guy is open. It's a special art, feeding the post.
He tries the three ball and scoring. Great job of occupying the high post, which ultimately leads to a scoring opportunity.
They got the ball into the high post, and the defense couldn't react on time, Brad.
They work it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Off the glass and no good. Got a nice screen. From the top of the circle, the Hoosiers seem to follow a certain style of play.
Well, when you play these guys, you have to be prepared physically. If not, you're in for a rude awakening.
On the left side. From three-point territory. Doesn't go. Wilkerson receives the pass. On the dribble, gives it up. Takes the jumper. They got it. Now they work it around the perimeter. With the J. Jumper won't go. They seem to rotate with perfect precision.
Hey, by all means, if a team's defensive effort is going to be successful, they must know how and when to rotate.
Way out on top. Control of the ball. Nope. Gave it up. Turnover by the freshman. Pushing in transition.
He's got hops like you, man. He got hops like you.
It is pretty similar.
Wow. I didn't realize my partner was a high riser. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
And come up short. On the dribble, gives it up. From three-point range.
I wish somebody would knock down a jumper. Hey, that guy had 1,400 on his boards. And look at him running out there like a wacko. Oh, man. Look at that wacko.
The shooting guard takes the feed. He attempts the three. He misses the jumper. Two with a lay-in. Cross court. Well, Mr. Vitale, it looks like we're in for a great finish here.
Hey, down the stretch, there are so many factors that could become the difference maker. Turnovers, missed free throws, rebounding. I wonder what it will come down to in this game.
Takes the pass in the paint. He hits the shot. About 3 minutes remaining on the game clock. He puts it up. He buries the jumper. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
For two. The layup is good. The student body looks to be full with rage and willing to cheer on the old home team.
The student body looks like they're ready to terrorize the opposition.
He misses the J. Here they go into the break. From beyond the arc. He takes another bad shot.
Bad shots kill chemistry, Brad.
Up with the shot. Knocks it down. About 2 minutes remaining.
The assist is to number 3.
Look at that spacing.
Puts up the jumper. He drains the jumper. And we're back to a 2-point game. Cross court. Goes up with a shot. Nails the J. He throws it up from downtown. He makes the jumper. Dumps it in. He shoots from the deep corner. Sweet looking shot.
He is super. He really is.
Looking for a good shot. For the bucket. Off the glass. Johnson receives the pass. Nails the sweet jumper. The Hoosiers call a timeout, and let's go courtside to Aaron Andrews.
Based on the score and the time remaining, the coaches will be looking to calm their players down. Adrenaline levels may have shot up over the last few possession, guys, so the coach will be looking to reduce any anxiety. It should make for an interesting finish. Back up to you.
What mindset, Dick, do coaches want their players to have when they leave a timeout?
Well, for me, Brad, I wanted my players to have a clear understanding of what the objectives were for the upcoming possessions. Timeouts are a great way to get your team back on track and a way to really alter the tempo of the game. Great coaches have a knack for calling timeouts at the right times.
And we're back. Dick Vitale and Brad Nessler with you here, ready for the inbound after that timeout. The lead is 5. What happens now, Dick?
Well, this is where momentum can swing in your favor or go against you, enough to blow your game. They keep forcing them to set up in the half court.
Let's check out this three-pointer one more time, Dick. And they continue to foul to stop the clock. Ball coming in from the sideline. Foul, and that stops the clock again. So they'll inbound on the near sideline. And they continue to foul to stop the clock. They'll throw it in from the side. Foul, and that stops the clock again. Ball's coming from the sideline. And the clock stopped with a foul. Another great sophomore right here, Dick.
It's important to have kids like this on your team. They've had a year of experience, but they are still hungry to prove themselves to their teammates and coaches.
He makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Gets it. You think they switch things around here for the moment, Dick?
I don't think so, but we'll wait to see, Brad.
7 points right now is the difference in this one.
Hey, Brad, 7 points is no safe haven. You got to keep pressing.
The Wolverines are on the run. Foul, and that stops the clock again. To the charity stripe. Makes the shot. They're nailing the free ones tonight, Mr. Vitale.
Hey, this is where you win and lose games, Brad.
He hits the second. That line is really being good to him tonight, Dick.
That line's always good, Brad. These guys just have to make good use of it.
He launches a three. They get it to go. He finally fouls out.
He's a tough, tough player, though, Brad.
Step to the line for the free throw. Count it. They're shooting extremely well from the stripe tonight, Dick.
Yeah, they're making their coaches look good for making them shoot extra free throws every day.
Good. They have found their stroke at the stripe tonight, Dick.
This has always been an excellent free throw shooting bunch.
He may be in some trouble here. With the big shot. The shot won't fall. Well, before we go any further, let's see who came in as our players of the game today.
Only one will walk away with the win, but both these kids gave it everything they had, and it was great to watch them compete.